I'm going to talk about some of the basics of Classroom that people ask me about often. So I'm going to start in one of my classes. When you go to your home screen, you'll see all of your classes displayed here. So I'll pick one class here, and we will start by adding an announcement. And so what happens is you click this plus sign, and it's going to give you all the options that you can use to add to your stream in Classroom. So the first and probably most basic would be create announcement. So you click there, and then you have an option to post in the class that you're sitting in right now, or you can add multiple classes. And this is something that people ask often. Do I have to retype every single thing? So no, you wouldn't retype everything. So you'd click the class you're in is automatically selected, and then you click the box, and now I have two classes selected. So both of my intro classes will have the same post made. So I could type my agenda for the day. I could tell us what we're doing, and I just type it in, and I can continue on like that. And this is a neat option too. It lets you add a topic to your posts, and so far my only topics have been agendas. In other classes, I've got writing, short stories, and as the year goes on, the more I post, the more I'll add to my topics. And this will be a way for students to sort through some of the things I offer to them. So, I would continue to type my agenda, but I also can add files and links and items that maybe are necessary for the class. And this is helpful for students who are absent so they don't miss the materials if you have access to them. So I will add something I have from Google Drive. And you just click the Drive symbol. And I am looking for passage 5 of 6-way paragraphs. There it is. It's a Google form. I attach it and it pops up right here. And then I would, if I wanted to insert a video, if I wanted to insert a file from my H drive, or if I even wanted to give a link. So again, I would continue and I would put the rest of my agenda there and I would hit post. So post would put it onto my stream immediately. Another option I have here is I could schedule this post. So I click the schedule option. No, I can't click the schedule option unless I'm only working in one class. If I've selected two classes, I can't schedule the post. So I can click schedule and I can choose to make this be a post that I set up for tomorrow, later this afternoon, or anything like that. So rather than schedule it, I'd much prefer to post it in both of my classes. So if I don't feel that I'm done, because right now, as you can see, I don't have my agenda complete, I can save this as a draft. So if I save it as a draft, it sits right here and is waiting for me to decide to post it. So I would just click on it, open it up, and decide to post. But I will save this as a draft because it's not yet finished. Another way to put information into Classroom, let's say that I didn't choose both classes at the same time, I could reuse a post, and I can reuse anything I've posted in any of my classes. And so I could pick this, and it would simply go here, and I would say reuse. But that's an option if you didn't want to retype both things or retype your entries in both classes. Another thing you can do here that's kind of neat, I'm going to skip create an assignment because that's a different topic that could take a little bit more time. So creating a question is very similar. You decide if you want it to be in two classes or one or multiple. So you would type a question. What is response to today's reading? And if you wanted to give instructions, you could do that as well. Again, the same thing as before. You can add a file from your H drive. You can add something from Google Drive. You can insert a YouTube clip or add a link to a website. And you can decide if this is going to be something that has a due date, which would indicate if students turned it in late or on time. Again, I have this topic option and I have an answer option. So it can either be short answer or multiple choice. So it would be something that I would do for maybe checking for comprehension, checking for understanding. If we were reading something controversial, I might ask their opinion. When you do multiple choice, it comes back to you, the information comes back to you as data rather than simply this student chose A, this student chose B. So you get more of a bar graph results. And you do have the option, so I'll click short answer. You do have the option for students to reply to one another, and you do have the option for students to edit their answer once they are finished. And so then once you click this, same thing, you could schedule it if you had less than one, if you only had one class chosen, you could ask the question or you could save the draft. So once I ask the question, it pops up in the stream and it shows me 0 of my students have completed it, 22 are still not finished. And this is what they see. Well, no, this is what you see as the teacher. So if some students had done it, their responses pop up here with their names and their responses below. I like this for some quick response stuff so that I can reply and answer I can reply to their comments in this box here. It's a quick response more than it is anything that's extended. And so those are, this will bring you back to the actual question. This will bring you back to your stream. And so what we've done today is we've talked about how to create an announcement. We've skipped create an assignment because that takes a little bit longer, and I'll do that in another post. We've talked about creating a question. We've talked about reusing posts.